Hi, let's begin solving this question. So this is a P5 question, and the keywords, just very quickly, let's look through this. Chloe spent 450 of her money on an oven and 1/6 of the remaining on a vacuum cleaner. So as you can see here, the six that is over here is referring to the remaining money, and the one that is here is referring to the vacuum cleaner. After she buys the oven and the vacuum cleaner, then she will have 1/3 of her original sum of money left. So 3 is the original sum of money and 1 is the money left. Okay, then how much money did Chloe have at first? So the keyword here is at first. So let's begin with, let me just, okay. All right. Now, in questions where they give you the fraction at the back, in other words, after you spend, then you have this fraction and then this fraction in the end, this part, then what you want to do is you want to focus by starting on the either this fraction or this fraction. Either one will do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the 1/6, okay? But keep in mind that 1/6 is the remaining money, which means that this is not something that is supposed to be in the front, but at the back. So because it's at the back, then when we draw the model, we want to make sure that we start at the back, okay? So keep some space in front for us to move it forward later on. Then now we have 6 units. And of these 6 units, we have, and we need to call this the remainder, all right? Okay, yeah, just wait patiently for the pen to stop hanging. Okay, and this is remainder. And of this remainder, one part goes to the vacuum cleaner. So this box here is a different color for you. I'm going to call the vacuum cleaner just vacuum, okay? Now remember, in exams, you don't want to spend too much time, so you don't want to write like full words and stuff like that. As long as you get it and it makes sense, it's good enough. All right, and then, of course, if this is already the remainder and this is the vacuum, then what do you think this should be called? What do you think? Okay, if your answer is that it should be called left, then you're right. Now remember, you want to always grab words from within the question itself. Don't need to invent new words, okay? So if this is the left, then the next thing you have to take note of is the fraction 1/3. In the fraction 1/3, the left is 1. So if this is 1, all right, then let's label this on the diagram. Okay, as soon as it starts to cooperate with me. Okay, so this left is 1/3 of the total. So if this is 1/3 of the total, and 1/3 of the total is already 5 units, then what do you think the total should be? How many units is the entire total? Okay, your answer should be 15. And how do we get 15? Well, if 1 is 5 boxes, then 3, which is the denominator, which is the total, should be 15, because 3 times 5 is 15. So if you want to, you can actually write 3 times 5 gives you 15, okay? You can put units here. Okay, and my next question to you would be, how many units do you see? Okay, the answer is 6. So if the remainder is 6 units, and there are supposed to be 15 units, how many units are missing? your answer should be 9, because 15 units minus the 6 units, which is the remainder, should give you the 9 units which are missing. So now that we know that the missing portion is made up of 9 units, then what we want to do is we want to draw that missing portion in front. And again, I repeat, we do not want to waste time. So in the interest of not wasting time, we will simply write 9 units instead of cutting into 9 boxes. And right now, what we have just done is we have found the entire model. And this model is her money at first. Which is what they're asking you to find. So now that we know this is her money at first, my next question to you would be, what do I do with the 450 that you see over here? This is the oven. Question, where is the oven in the model? Okay, your answer should be that the oven is here. Okay, because that's the only thing we have not drawn into the model, and there's nothing else that it can be. So this has to be the oven. And the oven, as you can see, is 9 units. But it also says in the question that Chloe spent $450 of her money on an oven. So this means that 9 units is therefore $450. So this is $450. So if 9 units is $450, then naturally, to find 1 unit next, I should take 450 and divide this by 9, which I'm sure all of you know. This will give us $50, and that is 1 unit. So the question is, how much did she have at first? Could you tell me the last step? All right, if you're thinking that the last step is 15 units, so you should take 15 times 50, then of course you are absolutely right. So then the total here would be 50 times 15, and then you can go and press your calculator, and you should get $750 at first. Okay, so if you wanted to know if this calculation is correct, how do you check your working? Okay, let's talk a little bit about checking. So you take your 750 and you subtract your 450, which is your oven. And that should give you $300, and that is the remainder. So now we actually know that the remainder is $300. And of this $300, 1/6 of the remaining money went to the vacuum, and the rest was left. So this therefore represents 6 units. So if this represents 6 units, then 1 unit would give us 50. And if that's the case, how much is left? So the amount left is 50 times 5, which is 250. And we know that if we take 250 and divide by the total of 750, it should give us 1/3, which is exactly what they said. And therefore, we know we are right. That's how you check. Okay, that's it. Good luck. Remember to watch your video for how to avoid the careless mistakes and stuff. And I'll see you in your next lesson. Good luck for your exams.